Hare Krishna. Today we will do verse number 2 and also a bit of an introduction. As I said, the introduction is lengthy, so every day we will do a bit of introduction and we move on to the verses. So in the introduction, we pay obeisances first. Uh, so here we are paying obeisances to all the Vaishnava devotees. I offer my respectful obeisance to all Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They can fulfill the desires of everyone, just like the desire trees, and they're full of compassion for the fallen souls. Who are the fallen souls? We are the fallen souls. Why fallen? Because we are in this world. I don't need to tell you that the world is a miserable place. Every aspect of this world has misery. We try to comfort ourselves by saying that there is no misery. We look the other way. There is some murder happening here. We look the other way. There's a terrorist attack happening here. We look the other way. And we keep pretending. We just talk to ourselves. We say everything's all right. Tomorrow will be better. That's the nature of our mind. We keep looking, chasing that golden pot, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And that's elusive. We never get to that. We think tomorrow is going to be better. That's the nature of the material world. Material world means the world that we are in. This is the material world. There is a spiritual world that's beyond this material world where spiritual beings are present. We are material beings. We are made of flesh and bones. Our world is made of rocks and stones, material things. But there's a spiritual world out there. So we were initially in the spiritual world, but because of our desire to enjoy, we fell down from the spiritual world into the material world. And once we've fallen down into this material world, we started looking around how to enjoy. And at every step, we are confronted by frustration because this material world is a very flickering. There's no permanent happiness here. There's just a mirage of happiness. We go close to that mirage. We think there's a pool there. We go close to the pool and the pool vanishes. That's a mirage. So the Vaishnavas, we are paying obeisance to the Vaishnavas. Who are Vaishnavas? As I said before, the people who worship Vishnu are Vaishnavas. So I pay a respectful obeisance to all Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They can fulfill the desire of everyone. The Vaishnavas don't have any personal desires. They just have one desire. And what is that? They want to serve the Lord. They just want to serve the Lord, no other desire. So if you go to a Vaishnava and you beg for their mercy, they can help you fulfill your desires. They're like a desire trees. Do you know that there are these desire trees in the spiritual world? Where if you sit under that desire tree and you wish for something, your wish becomes true. So a Vaishnava is like a desire tree. They're full of compassion for us, fallen souls. And then the next we offer obeisance to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas, and all the others in the line of devotion. The Panchatattva, which I mentioned earlier, the 5 pillars of Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya are Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Acharya, Sri Gadadhara Pandit, and Srivas Pandit, and all others in the disciplic succession. And here then the Mahamantra is said. What is a Mahamantra? It has got 16 words. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The 16-word mantra is called a Maha Mantra. Maha means supreme, super. A mantra is a concise collection of words which are meant to evoke certain energies. A Maha Mantra is a much more powerful mantra. And this age that we are living in, like in history, you must have heard of Iron Age, Bronze Age, and so on. So we believe that this age is known as Kali Yuga. Kali means quarrel. The age that we are in is the age of quarrel. And if you want to uplift yourself spiritually, then the easiest way is chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And then after the obeisances are paid, Prabhupada speaks about Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is also known as Gita Upanishad. It is the essence of Vedic knowledge and one of the most important Upanishad in Vedic literature. Of course, there are many commentaries in English on Bhagavad Gita, and one may question the necessity for another one. This present edition can be explained in the following way. Recently, an American lady asked me to recommend an English translation of Bhagavad Gita. Of course, in America, there are so many editions of Bhagavad Gita available in English. But as far as I've seen, not only in America but also in India, none of them can be strictly said to be authoritative because in almost every one of them, the commentator has expressed his own opinions without touching the spirit of Bhagavad Gita as it is. The spirit of Bhagavad Gita is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita itself. It's just like this. If you want to take a particular medicine, then we have to follow the directions written on the label. We cannot take the medicine according to our own whims or direction of a friend. It must be taken according to the direction on the label or the direction given by a physician. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita should be taken or accepted as it is directed by the speaker himself. And who is the speaker? None other than the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. The speaker of Bhagavad Gita is Lord Sri Krishna. He is mentioned on every page of Bhagavad Gita as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan. Of course, the word Bhagavan sometimes refers to any powerful person or any powerful demigod, and certainly here Bhagavan designates Lord Sri Krishna as a great personality. But at the same time, we should know that Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as is confirmed by all great acharyas and spiritual masters like Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhavacharya, Nimbarka Swami, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and many other authorities of Vedic knowledge in India. So I finished the second page of the introduction. Now I will move on to the second verse of the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. The second verse, in the first verse we saw that Dhritarashtra, the king or blind king, was asking his secretary what's happening in the battlefield. In the second verse, the secretary Sanjay replies to Dhritarashtra as Drishtva Sanjay Uvacha Drishtva tu Pandavanvikam Vyudham Duryodhanastada Acharyam Upasangamya Raja Vachanam Abravit. Sanjay said, O king, after looking over the army arranged in the military formation by the sons of Pandu, King Duryodhana went to his teacher and spoke the following words. What happened in the battlefield on that day? The army was arranged, and what happened was Duryodhana walks up to his teacher Dronacharya and he spoke the following words, which we will know in verse number 3. The purport here, Prabhupada says, Dhritarashtra was blind from birth. Unfortunately, he was bereft of spiritual vision also. He knew very well that his sons were equally blind in the matter of religion, and he was sure that they could never reach an understanding with the Pandavas, who were all pious since birth. Still, he was doubtful about the influence of the place of pilgrimage, and Sanjay could understand his motive in asking about the situation on the battlefield. Sanjay wanted therefore to encourage the despondent king and thus assured him that his sons were not going to make any sort of compromise under the influence of the holy place. Sanjay therefore informed the king that his son Duryodhana, after seeing the military force of the Pandavas, at once went to the commander-in-chief Dronacharya to inform him of the real position. Although Duryodhana is mentioned as a king, he still had to go to the commander on account of the seriousness of the situation. He was therefore quite fit to be a politician, but Duryodhana's diplomatic veneer could not disguise the fear he felt when he saw the military arrangement of the Pandavas. So the Prabhupada says in the purport that Dhritarashtra was anxious before the war was about to begin, and therefore he asked Sanjaya about what's happening. And Sanjaya, being a good servant or a secretary, could understand his master's subtle mood. So, in order to assure his master, who was anxious, Sanjaya said, "Your son, who is Duryodhana, and he's referred to as a king, but he's not the king, but just to comfort his master, Sanjaya said, Duryodhana has gone to his teacher, Dronacharya." So here we find a glimpse of Duryodhana's character also. Duryodhana is a good politician. Now, a politician has to be diplomatic. So he knows how to speak with different people. Usually one finds that a person who is diplomatic need not necessarily be good at from inside. And a person who is good inside does not necessarily mince words. So Duryodhana, being diplomatic, he goes to his teacher just before the war was beginning, just to give a pep talk to all his team members. Duryodhana walks to his teacher. Now in the next episode, we'll see what happens next. So Bhagavad Gita as it is. Please do purchase one if you have not done so already and read daily. That is a sure way to uplift your soul. That's all for today. Hare Krishna. Please subscribe to my channel and if you like the video, please feel free to share and give me your comments below. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thank you.